see me in the... Okay, can you see me and everything?
Oh yeah, perfect.
And can you see over here too?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're going to be installing a nice wall light here, and we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps and 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Here in the country I was born in, the black wire is live, the white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or on a 120 volt circuit, or on a 240 volt circuit you may find white live where the appliance does not require a neutral. And if you look closely, this wire is made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
All right. Okay, now can you see me down here?
Actually, perfectly.
Good. So we'll start at our outlet here, and we're going to work our way up with the wire mold. And can you see where I was born on my shirt when I'm down here?
Yeah, perfectly.
Good.
All the United States is in the whole country.
Good. Does that, oh, that light's on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 14 gauge wire, so we are okay.
Oh wow, it is. That is
It
good.
should be on a 15 amp breaker though.
Yeah.
And there's no wire nut or trim sleeve on the ground wires. So we'll cut this off here. Okay, so we're gonna, this has, they did not have any of the extensions for the boxes, so we're gonna use this knockout, but it has the mounting holes, so we can open this little knockout on the back. I'll put our little knockout plug in here like this. And we can bring our wires through here like this. And we got to ground tail this here, pigtail it. So we'll just bring two wires through this back plate here, so we'll get our wire nuts together. You're always supposed to put a wire nut or a crimp sleeve on your ground wires. You never just twist them together. Put them so they're even here. Okay, good, I have plenty of them. Okay, our wires are even on the end here, so I'll stick our wire nut on here. Push it back into our box. Put our white wires together here. Get our insulation even at the bottom here. Put them so they're all even. Put our wire nut on, make sure insulation goes up into the wire nut.
Everything looks perfect.
Good. Nice. Oh, can you look for an extension cord so I can plug the lights in so I have more light?
Sure.
Get our insulation even at the bottom here. Look and make sure all our wires are even on the end here. Make sure insulation is going up into the bottom. Push it back into our box. We'll bring our wires through our plastic bushing here. I'll leave this a little loose there so we can put our wire mold on. You gotta put your green screw in and bond your ground wire to the box and to the device that's going in the box. So we'll go around it like that. Now we'll get our wire mold ready to cut here. Okay, so we're going to put our switch about right here. Alright, so we're going to our hacksaw out. Take our flathead screwdriver. We'll get rid of all our little burrs here. Want to make sure we get rid of all our sharp edges in here. It's nice how they give you some extra screws. So we'll put our back plate on our box here. Just sets in there like that. Same thing here. Just push it in. If it falls, you know what? It falls. You don't get upset. You don't let things like stuff fall and bother you. Okay, so we'll get this going straight here like this. Put our strap on here. We'll put a screw in. Don't let losing stuff bother you. If you lose it, you grab another one, that's all. We'll tighten this back up here. Okay, we'll get our wire ready to go up to our light switch here. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So we get another piece ready to go up to our light. Got it right here. Okay. What's nice about this toolbox, I can use it as a step stool too. Alright, so we'll scrape our little burrs out of here. Make sure all the little burrs are out. Put our round box up here for our light. It goes hard, it goes hard. Jump is set. I always have to bend this out just a bit here to make it go in, that's all. Okay, there it went in the way I want it. And this will just sit on here like this. Oops, it's a little crooked, so I gotta take it off. Now it's straight the way I want it. Okay. We have to break our little tab out for wire mold to go through here. Now I just have to remember where I set my screws down. Here they are. Again, you gotta put your green screw in to ground the box. Okay, so I'll stick our box on here like this. But we gotta, yeah, I can't get to our ground screw, so I gotta do that first. Adjust the camera so that I'm doing this for a landlord that has a very good reputation around town, and it's a joy to work for him because he has a very good reputation around town and takes good care of his apartments and helps his tenants and takes care of them. Okay, I want to make sure we get into it. Make sure we're on track all the way around here. Okay, we'll get our light fixture up here. We'll strip our white and our black. Okay, so we'll get our light out of the packaging here. And you'll see the I'm going to take this back plate off here. Okay, so it goes up and down like this. We'll put our bracket on the box like this. Comes with wire nuts and screws, but you can see these screws are going to be too long. So I bought some very short 832 screws so we don't force it against the back of the box and push our box off. So on these two holes right here, or And we go in these two. We'll go in these two so we don't have a sharp edge near where the wires come through into our box. We'll get this centered on the box so it looks nice and neat. Okay, we gotta get this so it's centered here. One, two. Now we have this green screw here. We can bond to this bracket here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so we'll strip these wires here a little bit longer on our fixture so we get a nice wrap around the solid wire when we put our wire nuts on. Now I gotta find the wire nuts. If I can find them, I can find them. But if I don't, I'll just use some other ones. It doesn't pay to get frustrated. You just look, and if you don't find them, you don't find them. And you just use something else. That's all. Not worth getting all upset and carrying on over it. It's not gonna help you one iota. Nothing at all. It's not gonna help you. Not gonna help you. If I don't find them, I'm not going to care. If I never find them, I never find them. No, I don't even care. We'll just use these, that's all. We're not getting upset. Doesn't help. So, first we'll go ground wire. Would I like to find them? Yes, I would like to find them. But if you can't, you can't. You don't get upset. You don't let it bother you. So we'll get our copper even on the end there. Twist our wire nut on here. Get it nice and tight. Getting frustrated is just letting Satan win. So you get your insulation even at the bottom here. We'll wrap our strands around the solid wire like that. Get our copper even at the bottom and our insulation even at the top. Put our wire nut on, make sure it grabs everything. Get them even, the insulation even here and our copper even up here. Put our wire nut on, make sure it grabs everything, goes on nice and tight. Well, that didn't grab, but you know what? We're not going to get upset. We'll just take it off and we'll go back to ground zero, that's all. You don't let anything, you just can't let that stuff bother you. It's just not going to help you. It's not going to help. Just don't let stuff bother you. It's not going to do any good. Getting upset doesn't do any good at all. Nothing at all. Doesn't help. You just leave what's forgotten and lost behind. You go forward. Get them even like that. And hopefully this time it grabs. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And guess what? It doesn't. So you know what? Throw it away. You don't get upset. Oh, I found them. I found the ones I wanted. So I'll put the ones I wanted on. So that is nice. Sometimes you find it. So we'll get our insulation even at the bottom here. Wrap our strands around the solid wire like that. Make sure it's all even at the end and insulation even down here. Stick our cap on. Make sure insulation's going up into the bottom of that wire nut. Nice and tight. We'll do this one over again. For some reason that one worked. But I want matching. So we got our insulation even at the bottom here. Copper even at the end, like that. Stick our wire nut on here. Make sure our insulation is going up into the bottom. And now we're ready to put our light up on the fixture here. Okay, so we'll put our ground wire into our box, get our black and white to go in here. Make sure our wires go into our box here. Set our light on here like this. And we'll get our screw in the bottom here. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. And as you can see on the inside of these, they have the built-in LEDs. And now we're ready to stick our globe on here. Okay, this is the nice piece of bubble glass that goes on like this. It just screws over the top like that. So now we're ready to do our light switch next. Just doing what I love to do, looking for stuff. I just have to learn to love it. If I don't find that knife, I'm not even going to care. If it goes, it goes. You just leave it behind you. You just do it the hard way. There's nothing wrong with doing something the hard way. Nothing at all. Just be glad you can do it. If you can't do it the easy way, you just do it the hard way and be glad you can do it. And don't get upset. Don't let anything get you upset. It's not going to help you. It doesn't help you a bit. Knife, I don't even care about you. If you're gone, you're gone. I don't even care. Not even gonna get upset over you. I'm not gonna piss and moan and complain. I'm just gonna be thankful that I can do it with what I got. Complaining does not help you one bit. Not a bit. Gotta put our green screw in to bond our ground wire to the box. Get around the green screw here. And I'll tap that, make that screw poke into the paneling here a little better. There it is. Okay, we'll get our white wires together. You can't let a lousy knife ruin your life. If you lose it, you lose it. Just buy another one. That's all. You don't get upset. Just buy another. Okay, they came out perfectly even. So we can stick our wire nut on here. Once they're all even here. I stripped that with the wrong hole, so you know what? I clipped it back. Strip it with the right hole. Now there's not a weak spot. Okay, so open two of these tabs here, and this is the smaller wire mold, so we just break out the one in the lower one. Okay, we're on our track on both sides here. Now we'll hook our light switch up. We'll put our ground wire on the green screw. Here in the country I was born in, up is on, down is off. And if you put your switch in upside down, it will say no. There's our ground wire. I like to take an inch off. You always put your wire around the screw, the direction your screw turns. Okay, there is one. Let it lay, you don't get upset. Just let it lay. Make sure it's nice and tight. We don't get our insulation under the screw head. And we keep our copper under the screw head all the way around. So we'll keep our ground over on this side so it stays away from the terminals. And if it was a three-way switch, I would zigzag it across the bottom. Have it nice and straight on the box here. Make sure our screws aren't hitting the wires. And we'll put our cover on. Now we'll go down here and hook our outlet up. Every time I turn around, that knife is gone. But I just don't let that bother me. If I don't find it cleaning up, I don't find it. And if I find it, good. But in the meantime, I'm not going to get upset and I'm not going to care about it. It's only a knife. You just don't let it ruin your life. Because it's nothing else than a knife. If it's gone, you buy another one. That's all. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's gone, it's gone. You just buy another one, put it on the credit card, and you don't care about the interest. You don't care about the debt. You just be thankful. And don't complain about anything. It's not going to help you. You can see this is the shortest one. We'll stick our wire nut on here. You always have to have a plastic bushing when you're bringing through a hole like that on another box, because otherwise the wire will chafe on it and it can puncture it and short out and cause you a problem. Okay, so we have our wires ready to put on our box here. Okay, it's tight. Put our box on here. One, two, three, four. We're in our slots all the way around. Make sure our screws are nice and snug. This is our outlet that was in there, and we're going to take our round wire off the screen screw here, and we're going to hook our new one up. Here in the country I was born in, your white wire goes on the silver screw, which is the wide slot. Your black wires go on the brass colored screw, which is the narrow slot, and your ground goes on that green screw. So we'll strip our wires here. I don't like the back stabs, putting them in the holes in the back. I like to use the screws because you get a better connection. So we'll start with our ground wire. We'll put it around the green colored screw. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. The white goes on the silver screw. Okay, we make sure we don't get our insulation caught under the screw head, and our copper's under the screw head all the way around. We'll flip it down. We'll bring our ground wire down. We'll go across, zigzag, and keep it down at the bottom here like that. And we'll put our black wires on the brass colored screws here. Here we go. That's what we want. You have to look for the screws and just learn to enjoy looking. You don't let it bother you. You just have to learn to enjoy it. Oh, I found my knife. I'm just finishing up the first one. Do you want to start moving the stuff out of the way for the other one? Okay. Put our wires into our box like this here. Good. Good.
Yeah, that looks real good.
Good. Glad you like it.
Really good. I can't wait to see it on.
Yeah.
I think your viewers, the 1 million viewers you have watching you right now, want to see that light come on.
Good. One. Get all nice and straight on our box so it's neat. Make sure our screws aren't hitting the wires.
You have the cover?
Yes.
Oh, that's excellent.
Cover is right here.
Beautiful. Nice, nice. really interesting.
Good. So I'll flip the breaker on. I'll turn the switch on. I'll flip the breaker on, and let's you see it. And I'll turn it off so we can do the next one.
Good.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to the breaker box and turn it on. I'll take this light with me. Leave that switch on.
Very special. It's going to be very special.
Good.
Oh. Very, very special. Wow. Holy moly.
Is it nice and bright?
Oh, yeah. Bright and beautiful, too. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my God. That light's a nice light. A real nice light.
Okay.
You're going to be very impressed with it.
And that was the installation of the Origin 21 LED light from Lowe's. Peace. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm going to save this to go to the clubhouse to take the
Oh, sure.
profile cover
Yes,
picture.
of course.
Alrighty. Alright.
That it was magnificent.